Hello guys, welcome to AI Automate India. This is Servus. Today we'll be building an interesting AI cold caller. I'll be explaining each and everything step by step on how to create the assistant and how to make get request and post request using HTTP module. So let's start the video without wasting any time. So let's start building the assistant. I have already created an assistant named the cold caller, which is a customer support. Okay, so this is the first message which I have used, and this is the system prompt. The system prompt will be provided in the description. No need to worry about that. Then we have settings here. I have chosen model as GPT-4o cluster. That works really well. That's why. And then temperature I have set to 0.7 and max token as 250. Now let's go to transcriber. Here I have used provider as DeepGram, model as Nova 2. Then coming to the voice section, I have chosen 11 Labs as the provider, voice as Sarah, and model as 11 Flash V2. So then after setting all this, you just have to click on publish and let's move on to make.com. After logging into make.com and clicking on a new scenario, this is what you will see. So let's start creating the workflow. Let's refresh the play page once. Okay. So we need the Google Sheets and we need search row. Then after coming here, make sure that you have made the connection over here. That is by logging into your Google account. I have already done that. Then coming to the spreadsheet ID, you have to select the spreadsheet ID. This is my spreadsheet ID and this is what the Excel sheet looks like. I have created name and the phone number section. It contains some names and some phone numbers to which our bot will be making the cold calls. So click the sheet name as sheet 1 and coming to the filter, we want that the name and phone number both should exist. That's why I have put the AND rule here. Click on exist here. Then limit, I'll just set it to 1. Okay, so it will be making just one phone call. That is, for example, here it will be making the phone call only to servers. I don't want to make it to everyone. It's it's on your wish. You can specify the limit as much you want. Then click on save. Then afterwards, we need an array aggregator so that it combines all the bundles into a single array. So let's do that. The source model will be the search row and we need the total number of bundles, name and the phone number. That's it. Click on save. Then we need the iterator so that it iterates through the array. So we come here, we click on the array. That's it. And then afterwards, now we have to create an assistant that would be making the cold calls. So come here. What we would do is click a HTTP module, then go to make request. Then what you have to do is go to VAPI, go to API documentation. We need to get the assistant. Instead of creating the assistant, which is a big hassle, we can just get it by making a request. So we'll click on get assistant. We need this URL and we'll be pasting it here. Then header, we would need authorization and this should require the API key. So let's copy paste the API key, go to API documentation. Sorry, go to API keys, copy your API key and then just paste it in front of the bearer. That's it. And the body type would be JSON. Click on save. There's no need to run all the modules. We just need the assistant. That's why it would be running only this module. So let's run this module. There was some error, bad request, ID must be. Okay. Okay, we forgot to specify the assistant ID. Our assistant is the cold caller assistant. Here is the assistant ID. Copy it and paste it. Click on save and then click on run this module only. Then in the data section, you would get each and everything related to the ID assistant. Copy it. We need to format it. That's why we go to JSON editor, which is free online. We paste it. Auto repair. We click on format. It formats us, and now we'll format it according to our wish. That is, would be removing some unnecessary details which are not required for us. For example, we'll be removing this, and a transcriber will move it above. So cut it. Here there is a comma. Let's remove it. Otherwise, there would be an error. Then afterwards, we would be pasting it after the model. And here we have to add a comma. And this detail is not required for us. Remove it. And ID organization ID is also not required for us. So yeah, this is our prompt. Okay, everything looks fine. So let's copy it. Now what we have to do is let's unlink this. We don't read the HTTP now. We already got our assistant created. Now we have to create a variable named assistant. So let's go to tools, set variable. We'll name it as assistant and we would paste the JSON. That's it. Everything would be saved in the variable name assistant. Then we'll pass the JSON so that we get it in a structured format that can be used further. So we pass the assistant, click on save. Afterwards, what we have to do is we have to aggregate this everything into array so that it can be passed to JSON string later. So let's do this. We need an array aggregator again. The source module will be the pass JSON, and we have to run the module once. So let's run it. Let's unlink the array aggregator and run it. We're running this because we need certain details to be passed on to the array aggregator that would get after running it once. There's some glitch, I guess. So let's refresh the page. Let's try and run it now. Click on save anyway. Click on run anyway. And yeah, it worked. So here you can see that we got our assistant in a structured format. Previously it was in the JSON format. Okay, so now we'll connect it to array aggregator. Click on array aggregator and choose source module would be the JSON, that is the pass JSON, and select the details which are required to be aggregated in an array. Okay, that's it. Next, what we would do is now we have to transform this into a JSON string. So what we have to do is we'll use the first function here. This would basically give the first element of the array. Okay, so if there are 1, 2, 3, 4 elements in the array, that would using the first function, it would give us the first element. That's it. So now we have to just make an HTTP request. That's the post request because we'll be calling the certain customers which are listed in the Excel sheet. So we need the URL. Again, go to API documentation. This time we need to create a call. So copy this URL, paste it, go to header, and we type authorization similar to the previous one we did, and we need the API key. Again, go to VAPI dashboard, API key section, copy the API key and paste in front of the bearer. That's it. Then afterwards, what we need to do is body type would be the raw JSON, content type would be the JSON format, and we have to specify the JSON format here in order to call the customer. Also, what all have to be specified here. The name of the customer has to be specified. That will be getting from the iterator, and the phone number as well. In my Excel sheet, I have mentioned the phone number with the country code. I just have to add the plus symbol over here. For example, our country code, Indian country code is 91 plus 91. 91 I have already added in the Excel sheet. I am just adding the plus over here. Then you would require the phone number ID. Uh, and the phone number I have got it from that video. If you want a separate video on how to get the phone number from video, let me know in the comment section. And the assistant would be coming from the JSON string. So this is the format. Even this format I'll be sharing in the description. So click on save button. So let's give it a try. We no longer require this model, so just delete this model. Click on save and let's run it. Okay, it ran successful. Waiting for the call. So yeah, I got the call.
Have a trial account. You can remove this message. Hello, this is Laura. How may I assist you today?
Hey, I wanted to join the club.
Great. Do you have a few minutes to discuss your interest in the program?
So yeah, I'm just ending the call. I just wanted to show you guys how to make the cold calls here. So you can further continue this project by running certain functions. For example, the bot just called me. It could gather my name, phone number, and the other details that are required, and it could save it in another database. So yeah, guys, this is the video. This is the simple project on how to understand in building a AI cold caller. I hope you guys really like this, and yeah, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe.